Hello Libra! Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Awakened Tarot. Website on the back here is myryve.com. There's a creative director for this deck. It's Sally Willems, W-I-L-L-M-S. I think if you look at the website, you should see that person, but I haven't signed on to the website at this point, so I'm totally just guessing. Supportive Oracle cards, magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Illustrated by Jesse Reish. Website at the bottom is hayhouse.com. Feel free to freeze frame if you need to see that information a little longer. What do we have for Libra? Playing it smart. Ooh. You got the star card at the end, which is sometimes the Aquarius card. So we have to keep going to see if that's going to be like an ally or if that's something about how you might want to handle it. I want to start with this. Ace of Cups. Now, this has been going on for a while, but whatever this connection is, it's definitely one you mostly enjoy. This situation you have, excuse me. Okay, so I got the hiccups, but I feel like you have more allies than anything else in this situation. At least you used to. I got the hiccups. Okay, so there's some. What am I missing? Because I'm getting the hiccups with it, which is talking about negativity usually. Nine of Pentacles, half in, half out. The Hanged Man, half in, half out. If I start hiccuping again, I'll tell you. You really did like it, though, but it might have been like... Is there pressure here? Or you were very active, very happy. It reminds me of like being very social in high school, but it's kind of like... I got to pay attention, I got to stay on my game. It may be very fun, I very much like it. I love to participate. But there are some elements here where I just got to keep it under control. I got to keep my eye on it. I got to be careful how I speak. That type of thing. Okay, so the hiccups kind of left. But that current energy seems to be a little bit like blocked. I don't see you having a problem with that, ironically. Are you a part of the block? How does that block, like, what role do you play in this block? Four of Swords reversed, and the Tower card reversed. I'm stopping something from falling apart. But the Four of Swords reversed is also kind of saying that because things are staying the way they are, they're not healing either. You got the Black card, you also got the Four of Pentacles. Things aren't changing, but they need to. It doesn't mean that you have to be the one to change them, though. Things are definitely changing. I actually feel more on the side of, like, the way you're currently handling it is keeping things together, and for right now, that's okay. I feel like this is more of like a heads-up reading, kind of like, this time, it may have been really good in the past. Currently, you're trying to keep it together, but they're saying it's going to change. There's changes that have actually already happened that haven't come to light yet. They will come to light fairly soon. You don't have to be in the center of that if you don't want to be, but they're trying to give you a heads up, like these changes are going to happen. It's not avoidable. If you are in the middle of it, I don't feel like that's going to be comfortable. This is one of those situations where if you step to the side for a little while, that's not a bad thing. You got the Knight of Wands and the Psychic Protection. I feel like that's more like stepping out. If you step out of the way and let the changes happen, I don't think that's a bad thing. When the changes start coming forward and you can't stop it, I feel like that's going to be your natural reaction to just kind of step out of the way and just see what happens and let the chips fall where they may. They're saying that's a good thing. Because it's going to happen either way. Changes are happening. I feel like they're kind of like saying like getting along with people right now, enjoying social times together. And just, even though you know something isn't right, you know that something's coming forward, I feel like you don't know exactly what's coming. Maybe because the person who it's happening with or the people it's happening with aren't sharing it right now or not even giving like a hint that something's not right. But that's not bad. Enjoy the social times for right now. Realize that something is going on below the surface. I just feel like it's not coming to you at this point. And I know that Libra is very smart and usually is very good at reading between the lines and seeing what's going on around them, even if it's not obvious to other people. But they're saying enjoy the social times for right now. The Hermit card half in, half out, and the Two of Cups reversed. I feel like you can kind of see the cracks in the foundation, though. So you're trying to hold something together. You know where the cracks are in the foundation. They're saying enjoy the social times. Realize that this is a passing phase and that this situation is... It's going to go into past tense fairly soon. Enjoy it for what it is right now. Especially because somebody is working on things and they're not telling people. They're very good at being quiet when they want to be quiet. They pay attention better than people realize. Because I get that there's a whole new beginning happening for somebody else. And they're making big changes. They're making changes they feel are necessary. And I feel like they're playing that very close to the chest until those changes happen. I feel like this might shock you. Kind of like I didn't know they had it in them. One of those things. I didn't know they had it in them. I didn't know they could play it that way, but they did. Big changes happening. I feel like the situation is going to go through a major change. You're going to be kind of off on your own when that happens. The social change is going to happen. You're going to be off on your own, but I feel like you can be fine because Libra tends to be very social in a few different atmospheres, in my opinion. I feel like you're just going to kind of center on something else while this is happening, and they're saying that's not a bad thing. Taking your energy away from it when it gets a little rough in this situation is not bad. And this, as this plays forward, other people have made their decisions. They just need to let them carry them out. I don't see anybody being harsh to you that way. And I see you being more self-sufficient going into other areas. Keep your energy high. Keep your energy healthy by letting things just play out as they naturally need to. This seems to be happening more in the future. Because I get like, there will be a time where you get to connect with this group in pieces, but it almost reminds me of like, I keep getting this high school analogy. Like, maybe there was like 12 of us who used to hang out in high school, for example. Maybe it was a larger group, like 12 or whatever. And it's been holding together fairly well, but like something's going on. People are making decisions. People don't get along as well as it looks like they do. And it fragments into 3 groups. The one group goes into 3 groups. And you get to kind of piece in and go here and there. You piece in with these 3 different groups, and you kind of like mix and match as necessary. But I feel like the major group is kind of like going off on its own. Especially with the 6 of Pentacles and the High Priestess, I really feel like you're going to have a little connection here and there with other people. And I also get like the Star card over here. Either there's an Aquarius involved, or you're going to be able to lead this forward the way you want to within reason. Like as long as you keep the groups separate and let them stay separate and you don't try to mix them back together, you should be fine. I feel like this is a situation where they're like, don't try to mix this back together. That seems to be more of a calamity than anything else. At least for the time being, let them each move forward separately. It seems like there's like these 3 different groups. I keep getting like these 3 different groups. And there might be the kind of the want to move them together or to see if we can tie them back together. Not for now, not at this time. Give them some time to kind of like sort out their own differences on their own, and maybe later there might be a different way to do things, but it could be a while down the road. And I feel like if that does happen, other people will initiate it. Let those people initiate it on their own. There's a better chance of success if that's going to happen. Is there anything? Yeah, because I feel like they're saying this is going to happen. Something you're trying to keep together is going to come apart anyway. But the way it comes apart, it might fragment in pieces, and you can still have connection with all pieces. Keep that in mind. Especially if you don't try to pull it back together, you can have connection with all pieces. If you try to pull it back together and people don't want to be pulled back together, they might reject you as well. Keep that in mind. All right, I think we're there. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.